Hi there, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be my brand new weekly reviews, sorry about that, for the Walking Dead Season 5. This week was the Season 5 premiere. We've waited a very long time to see this. I think it's been about 6 months. But yeah, this is going to be my brand new weekly review. This week we got to see The Walking Dead Season 5 Episode 1, which was called No Sanctuary. Okay, so this review will contain spoilers. So if you haven't seen the episode, don't watch this review because I'm gonna spoil it all for you. That said, please still subscribe to see the rest of my videos. So let's get started. So when we last left off in the season 4 finale, season 4 episode 16, which was called A, Rick and basically everyone else apart from Beth, Tyrese, Carol, and Judith were all locked inside this cage, pretty much ready to be eaten by Gareth and the rest of the Terminus people, who we assume are the hunters at this point. We got a good little clip just before things started kicking off. They explain that basically Gareth, isn't actually the one calling the shots at Terminus. He's not the main boss because Gareth himself was in Rick's situation. I thought this was a really, really good twist because as we saw at the end of season 4, it looked like he was definitely pretty much the one in control of Terminus and the one leading the group. But obviously, he probably answers to someone else, whether that is Negan. We'll have to wait and find out to see. My favourite thing about this episode was the way that Carol actually pretty much saved the rest of the group's lives. Because as we saw those 8 people, the guy who plays that person in Gotham, I can't remember what character it is. I haven't started watching Gotham yet. And 3 other people, and then you had Rick, Bob, um, Daryl, and Glenn. The first 4 were killed. I won't go into too much detail about how they were killed. It was pretty violent. Um, Basically, they were killed and set up to be eaten. They killed the first 4 people, and then Glenn was about to be whacked around the head and have himself killed. But Carol was outside on the other side of the fence from Terminus. Shot this gas tank, I guess it was, making the gas come out of it, and then shooting a firework over to essentially explode most of Terminus and some of the zombie horde that had come over. Zombie horde, of course, helped Rick and that to break out. This distracted Gareth and the other 3 to from killing Glenn, Rick, Daryl, and Bob. Bob, I think, almost could have died because Gareth said to him, "I noticed you put a bag of guns on the other side of the fence and buried it." I thought that was a good twist as well because it must have been one of his scouts or someone that saw it, because Gareth was in the building when Rick buried the guns, so he couldn't have possibly seen it, but it must have been one of the other Terminus scouts because there's obviously a few, um, including the one that Tyrese bumped into. I'll get into that in a minute. I thought it was a really, really good way to break basically the rest of the group out of Terminus, because I don't really know how they would have got out there otherwise. I know Rick had that little piece of wood or whatever it was. He tried to basically break his way out. He did in the end, and killed the other 2 guys. But what about if Gareth had a gun in his back pocket? As soon as Rick got up, he would have just shot Rick either straight in the head or just shot him. So they were lucky, really, that Carol was there to break them out. Otherwise, they could have all been dead. But obviously, that wouldn't have happened because they would have had pretty much no characters to continue the show. So, other moments that I'd like to talk about, obviously Rick reuniting with Judith after a long time. That was a really, really good scene. I like that a lot. Daryl reuniting with Carol. Of course, he had his crossbow as well. Found it in Terminus and found all the other weapons. Um, there was, yeah, the thing with Tyrese. He bumped into, obviously, a Terminus scout. Terminus appears to be this massive group in The Walking Dead now, um, including Gareth, and probably more people. I guess they'll probably bump into some more people. I'm guessing that the people at Terminus and the other scouts aren't the only people. There's probably another group somewhere. Um, yeah, but the only thing I don't understand with the whole Tyrese and Carol bit, why did Tyrese keep that guy alive anyway? Carol gave him the information that they needed as to where she said the little boy and the older guy and the archer, which was of course Daryl, Rick, and Carl. So he told her where they were, and she went off anyway. So the other guy was a threat, and he almost killed Judith. He had his hands around her neck. Pretty dark scene, really, to think that someone would kill a baby with their bare hands, just to try and get out of the situation. That's pretty dark. Of course, The Walking Dead is full of zombies and people trying to survive in the world, so it's gonna have dark and gory scenes like that. Um, I love the way that when Tyrese came back into that room, or they had the door open, and then he slammed the guy on the floor and just basically beat him to death. But I still don't understand why he kept him alive anyway. He should have just killed him. I don't see the reason why I kept him around. Unless there's something I missed. If there was something I missed, please write it in the comments, because otherwise I don't understand that. Anyway, it's good to see the group break out of Terminus. Nobody died. The group is pretty big now. I think Gareth is joining the group later as well. So I can definitely see some people being killed off at this point. Maybe, I think it'd be probably Bob, Tyrese, and Sasha at this point. I think they'll keep Tara around. Tara. Aside from that, it was a brilliant premiere episode. The best premiere we've ever had. In terms of the best episode of Walking Dead, was it better than Too Far Gone and Interment? Maybe. I certainly think it's definitely up in the top 3, with those 3 episodes being in the top 3. Aside from that, yeah, really great premiere, all great action. I loved all the zombie kills. I loved the way they broke out of Terminus, and I also loved the bit where Rick, Bob, Daryl, and Glenn all break out of that room, and then Rick still has that kind of knife thing with him. Stabs that guy in the back, takes his AK-47, shoots the 5 guys, and just spins around. We did see that in the trailer. That looked really, really cool in the trailer. But yeah, I love that. I love that action scene. I loved it in the trailer, and it was good to see how he, like, the whole scene folded out at once, like stabbing the guy in the back, taking his gun, shooting the guys, spinning around. It was really, I really liked that bit. It was really cool. Aside from that, that's pretty much all I have to say for this weekly review of The Walking Dead. I will be posting another one next Tuesday, because I watch it late on Monday night, so I don't really have time to get a review out. So I have to do them on Tuesday. Next week, of course, is The Walking Dead Season 5, Episode 2, which is called Strangers. Yeah, that's all I have to say for this review. If you want to see more videos from my channel, please subscribe. Please send in your Q&A questions as well. Go to my channel, go to About, look at the topics, and send the question, or as many questions as you want, on as many topics as you want. Send 10 on each topic, 20 on each topic. The more questions, the better. Aside from that, please subscribe to my channel. If you want to help support my channel, please like it. Please share this video if you want to help support the channel as well. Please favourite it. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next one for the next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.